Hi, Room 10. Bernice and I are here for today's story time. And today's book is another book that goes along with Women's History Month. Bernice is going to sit here on the side while I read to you. And this is a special book. This is actually the first time I have ever read this book out loud. It's a brand new book that I got at Disneyland a little while ago. So the title of this book is Mary Blair's Unique Flair, the girl who became one of the Disney legends. It's been written by Amy Novesky and it's illustrated by Brittany Lee. And I kind of want to show you the inside. Does this make you think of anything? Here we go. Oh, and this is our title page. Mary Brown Robinson loved color. Even her name had a color in it. All she wanted was to paint. But her family didn't have money for such things. Still, sometimes they went with less to eat, so Mary could buy paper and jars of color. Mary was born into an artistic home. Her mother sewed clothing for a living. Her father had the most beautiful handwriting, and he was a dreamer. He dreamed of traveling. Mary was a dreamer too. She dreamed of being an artist. When the family moved from Texas to California, Mary carried her sketchbook and her suitcase full of paints all the way to the Golden State. She loved to travel just like her father. At school, Mary covered her textbooks with drawings. She entered contests and earned a spot at a school for the arts. She later married another artist named Lee and became Mary Blair. They vowed to make art, but it was hard to make a living as an artist. So Mary took a job with the Walt Disney Studios. There she painted a dog named Lady and the big emotions and ears of a little elephant named Dumbo, alongside other artists. Despite how fun it was to work at Disney, it wasn't Mary's dream come true yet. So she quit. She preferred to stay home and paint. But when Mary heard that Walt was taking artists, including Lee, on a trip to South America, she asked Mr. Disney to take her along. Mary grabbed her suitcase full of paints and she flew from Burbank to Brazil, to Argentina, Bolivia, Ecuador, and Peru. Mary had never seen such bright and happy colors before. I apologize if I mispronounce some of these. Verde and azul, amarelo, amarillo, naranja, anaranjado, vermelho, rojo, and rosa, lilas, lavanda, roxo, morado, marron, cinza, gris, preta, negro. Those were all colors in Spanish. And her favorite color, blanco. The color of a blank piece of paper, of possibility. She immersed herself in the colors and the cultures, and she painted them. She especially loved painting the children she met. It was a small world, after all. Then, with her suitcase full, Mary went back to work for Walt. And this time, it was a dream come true. She painted and painted. She painted colors you weren't supposed to paint together. Gold and yellow, ochre, jade green and royal purple, hot pink and red rose madder. She painted an iris sky, an emerald world, a fuchsia sea, a turquoise moon. Walt was a dreamer too, just like Mary. He dreamed of making feature-length films painted entirely by hand. Nobody believed it could be done. But Walt believed in magic, and he believed in Mary. So Mary painted concept art for 3 of Disney's most beloved animated films: Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, and Peter Pan. When Walt asked her, one of his favorite artists, to create art for a brand new attraction at Disneyland. For Mary, this was the biggest and best project ever. It's a Small World was to feature kids from all over the world to celebrate unity, goodwill, and global peace. For inspiration, all Mary had to do was open her suitcase full of paints. To create colorful, happily ever afters. And here is a picture of the real Mary Blair, another picture of her with Walt Disney, and then this is the illustrator of this particular book. So the next time you go to Disneyland and go on It's a Small World, remember Mary Blair. Bernice and I would like to say goodbye, and we will see you next time.